It's our land. It's our land, and we're doing them a favor by asking them that we should live there.
I don't want to lie to you guys. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Halfway between Cape Town and Johannesburg, on the edge of the Karoo Desert, runs the Orange River, dividing the Free State from the Northern Cape. And on a hill nearby is a monument to those seen here as heroes of the apartheid years. Karel Boshoff's grandfather, Hendrik Verwoerd, the so-called architect of apartheid, was assassinated in Parliament. His widow helped to found Orania in 1990. It's the whites-only town for descendants of the original Dutch settlers, the Afrikaners. And it's where we'll stay tonight.
I remember the last Sunday afternoon spent together as a family.
Professor Boshoff says government policy is driving Afrikaners out.
It's draining our resources, it drains it in terms of the numbers of Afrikaans-speaking people, of children going to schools, of new farmers taking up land and farming them if they concentrate on farmers, as it seems that they want to. Every Afrikaner leaving South Africa is a loss for us, and it's a loss for South Africa as well.
In Orania's 3,000-strong community, you must be an Afrikaner, Christian, Afrikaans-speaking, and have no criminal record. Black people can visit, but not work or live here.
Here comes the tour bus that we usually take the tours in.
Franz, our 25-year-old guide, says the town is booming. It has its own bank, Afrikaans-only schools, and private security in place of local police.
And the idea is that centralized government in South Africa is not sustainable. It will never be able to govern in the interest of all the different racial groups or cultural groups in South Africa.
But why is it Afrikaner only?
Because we need to create our own space. Every other nation in the world has a place that they can call home, except for the Afrikaner, right? We want to be a majority here because then you have political power and economic power and things like that. We are exclusive Afrikaner community, right? So we are a cultural preservation project, and we have to preserve to some extent. And the ways that we do it is like through having our own land, having our own labor. It's the difference between forced integration and freedom of association, I would say. Right, if you would choose to have your own exclusive Zulu community or Xhosa community, you should absolutely have the right to do that. I don't understand how you can deny someone that right.
You don't see this as discrimination in any way?
I don't see it as discrimination, no. I see it as freedom.
But if a black or coloured person wanted to come and live here, they couldn't. Isn't that discrimination?
No, they wouldn't be able to. But it's not based on the colour of their skin, right? If you would try to apply to live here as well, you wouldn't be able to.
It's Sunday morning, and Karel Boshoff's cousin Willem is leading a service at the Dutch Reformed Church.
As die Here die huis nie bou nie, swoeg die bouers te vergeefs daaraan.
Orania is winning, you understand, in the sense that people don't see it so negative anymore.
You have to embrace and be proud. Ek kom van Orania.
I think what was wrong with apartheid is one group of people governing everyone else without them having a say. While we don't want to govern anyone else or to be the boss and exploit. So it's way beyond, I think, the old South Africa.
Less than 24 hours is not enough time to understand fully a place, a community. But if Orania has a heart, it seems to be beating where we can't hear it, away from the empty streets. And in places like Willem Boshoff's church, where the Sunday message was the word is the truth. The radical political party, the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, which won almost 10% of the vote in the last election, wants Orania shut down, calling it a symbol of ethnic division. In the provincial capital, Kimberley, they held a protest march in early 2025. Now the EFF wants a legal review into whether Orania should be allowed to exist at all.
A land audit must be conducted to determine the ownership and use of land in and around Orania. No section of land in this province may be reserved for a one race.
Tell me the man we've seen speaking at the rally is meeting us in the grounds of a plush golf club and says he wants to be the first black person to live in Orania. You're demanding the right to live in this whites-only town.
Yes.
Why?
It's our land. It's our land, and we're doing them a favor by asking them that we should live there. We should live everywhere where we want to. And we're not saying we want to live where they are currently staying without them. They must be part of us. We must share together. We must live together. We must build this country together. The economy of this country, for it to excel, we need both black and white people.
He knows that a court case, regardless of the result, will inflame.
Actually, he spoke very well. We need all of us to work together, because whether we like it or not, we've got black people in South Africa, we've got white people in South Africa. We've got white people in South Africa who love South Africa. We've got black people in South Africa who love South Africa. Okay? And I'm talking about South Africans here. I'm not talking about anything else. Okay? He's speaking what Mandela would have said, you remember, when he actually took over there, right? South Africa is for all who lives in it. In other words, for South Africa to work, we need all of us. Let me say that again. For South Africa to work, for South Africa to be the best country it could be, we need each other to work together. Yes, we've got differences, okay? But one way or another, whether we like it or we don't like it, we need each other to build the country that we love, to build the country that we want to stay on, some of us maybe until I don't know when, okay? But we need each other, because if you are going to drag, unfortunately, just like in any sphere of life, whether you are in religion, whether you are in politics, whether you are in business, there are people who take things to the extreme. Even in churches, there are people who take certain things to the extreme. So these guys who are in Orania, they decided to take things to the extreme. That means we're going to have our own thing there. You guys must not come even close to it. We just want our own people only there. And do you know why Orania seems like it's nice, it's clean, it's beautiful, it's whatever? It is because the population is very small. It's very small, guys. And anytime you have a community like that, 3,000, I think of 3,000 people, or whatever, 5,000 people, obviously, you are going to have a very beautiful community, because the population is very small. And the people that are there are on your color. It also shows you that if black people, that's why we are busy talking about this thing of black parties. If black parties, black people, they can come together, not this thing of being peace, come together and do exactly what they are doing. All right? Do exactly what they are doing, because one thing that you can learn from them, which is these Orania people, they are white people. Obviously, let's not talk about color, but they are white people who have decided that we will agree on one thing. We want our own place, which they got. They contributed the way they did, whatever they did. They decided that we are not going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They agreed on that with one voice. One voice agreed with one whatever, going to stay there. This is what we will do. This is what is not needed. This is what is needed. This is how we are going to run this thing. This is how we are going to do it. They agreed, they did it, and then they did it. And then boom, they've got that thing over there with 3,000 people there. It will actually, that town there, it will succeed because the population is small. Okay, but unfortunately, guys, the majority of South Africa, of South Africans, it's black people. The majority population, it's black South Africans. Unfortunately, the ones that are in government that are supposed to be supplying what they need to be supplying to the majority, which is the huge population, they are not doing it. Some of them, they are busy eating money, as we see in the Matlanga Commission. That is why we are fighting against the government, because trust you in me, even if you can try and have your own thing, where are you going to have your own thing? Because the majority of people in South Africa are black people. And for black people to have their own thing, that means it will include every black person who is a South African in South Africa to say, let's have our own thing. But your own thing, unfortunately, when you get a big population, let me just say this. If a population is bigger, guys, whether you like it or not, especially in a South African context, we like to call ourselves diversity, diversified, diverse, right? In that community of black people or huge black people, whatever, there are differences inside of it. But when you look at this Orania, even though they are a small population, you don't see pieces there, pieces there, pieces there. Like they have done here. I don't think that there will be a day where somebody will go and start his own thing somewhere. No. They will stay here until. But for us, if we can decide to start our own thing right now, very soon somebody will be dragging himself outside the cycle. Just like this thing that is advocated by Mr. Malema to say, let's have one Africa. Let's just say we agree, all of us. The leaders, they agree, all of us, all of them, to say, let's have one Africa. They do it with Abu Tabumpig and everything, they do it. Very soon, through 2 to 3 years, very soon somebody will be thinking, no, I want my own thing. They will fight amongst each other because of positions. Somebody will want their own thing. Just like the culture thing. Zulu, Ndebele, some of them, Ndebele, they came from out of Zulu. Some of them, they were angry during the time the time of Zulu, whatever, you know the history. Then they ended up going and starting their own thing. That is the problem for me. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think about this, but that is the problem. For me, I don't like that thing of always being separating ourselves. I was watching and listening to the history of how the cultures, not cultures, but Zulu, Sotho, whatever they came about. One of them that I always makes me, I don't know whether to say angry or makes me to be like, sometimes it's the history of the Zulus and the Ndebeles, how Ndebeles came about. I was like, guys, I'm very sorry. You can say and do whatever you say and whatever, but sometimes I can promise you right now, even if we can decide right now and say, let's have one thing, 2 years down the line, there's going to be fights. The other one will go out and start his own thing. The other one will think that is better and do his own thing. Just like what is happening in politics with black parties. It's the truth. And I don't care how you say that, but that's what it is. Okay? So, now, when people say, let's come together in South Africa, black and white, come together and do one thing, guys, and actually run our country in a way that we want to run it. It is unfortunate that sometimes when other people are fighting for other things, others are dragging and pushing it to the other side, they do their own thing, just like Orania. Well, they did it like they went extreme, and we didn't see it coming. It came out when everything was nice, was already there. You are not going to do anything except that you go to courts. It's better if you attack it even before it starts. But it started, it was there, then boom, all of a sudden there is Orania. It's done. They've done whatever that they've done, covered their tracks. You won't do it. Even if you go to court, I don't think they will win. Did they win? I don't know. But anyway.
Tensions between those he claims to represent and South Africa's Afrikaners.
They are racist, and racism must be confronted at all costs. We are not going to allow any racist person to be more important than everyone in South Africa. Because of that seems to suggest that they will continue having that problem of minority and the majority, and the minority would be treated more importantly, and the majority will continue to suffer.
Would you be prepared to encourage your supporters, if the people in Orania refuse to leave, to go in and pull them out?
They are going to leave. They are going to leave. I mark my words, I'm telling you today, they are going to leave.
But if they refuse to leave, what would you do?
They can't refuse the truth.
But answer me that. What if they refuse to leave? What would you do?
They can't refuse the truth.
No, but
And they know what is the truth. The truth is that they are racist. The truth is that they look at us as semi-human beings. And that, of course, is not something that we must adhere to. So if they will make a mistake of refusing, then I think they will be inviting a war.
Oh, my God.
But this struggle for South Africa's soil is not as black and white as it seems in every sense. We're off to see one white farmer who says her husband killed himself reportedly because of the pressures of having to take on a black partner who ran up massive debts. We meet a black farmer training young people to run their own businesses. And we talk to a leader of the...
Do you know what is actually funny? Is the fact that whatever they do, whether they start their Orania thing, they start their own town, whatever, somewhere far away, the person who's going to be a person who's going to be a farmer there, it's black person. Trust me, Baba. The person who's going to be running or who's going to be working, not a farmer, but working on their farms is black people. It's funny that they don't want black people in their places, but they do want black people if it's going to benefit them in terms of the work. They can't go in there and get dirty and get their boots on and do the work they have to do in there. It would have been nice if you could see there where they are actually, there is farming and everything there and some nice things there. It's a white person who's busy holding a shovel, doing what it did there with the hose pipe. That would have been nice, but it's funny that they do their own thing, but then they invited the same black people that they don't want to put in there so that they can work for them. That is funny, yeah? It's very funny. And it seems, for me, I'm very sorry, but it's hypocritical. Unfortunately, it's very hypocritical. You can't do that. Then if you say you don't want black people, they even say, I think I heard, they said, if you're a black person, you come there, you come to visit, and you are not allowed to work there. But unfortunately, there are those that they just allow, you can come, because it benefits them, okay? You can come. Why don't they call somebody that has never worked? Because one thing I know, not all, it's just a small piece of people, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's no one who can be able to actually take care of those things. Take care of the gardens, take care of the farming there, whatever. They want black people. I'm telling you.
People who says his ancestors' land was stolen not just by whites, but by other black South Africans. Franelin Rousseau raises more than 2 million chickens a year. Although hers is a working farm and the law specifically targets unused land, she's concerned about the overall attitude to white farmers. How concerned are you that all of this could be taken away from you?
Well, it's quite harsh. As I have a sentence, it's like I'm lying and there's a gun loaded next to me and it can go off anytime. Metaphorically, I say it, but it's also, I don't think it's wise in these days and age to put laws like that in if we in South Africa don't feel safe anymore. If you take land away from people that are being born and raised and skilled, and it's been in many generations, just taking it away for the sake of taking it away, giving it maybe to people that are not fully skilled. I'm just worried about food security, farming. I'm worried about the future.
If Franelin Rousseau believes that those who end up on what was white farmers' land are too inexperienced, then Tinswalo Makubeli is trying to prove her wrong.
This one is mustard spinach, freshly harvested. You can see, we can try it. Oh, very healthy, very sweet, juicy.
Oh, it has a little pepper.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
which becomes a medicine in your body.
Her young workers are learning how to grow food and run a farm on land that she rents from the government. She's infuriated by the suggestion that black people can't.
I don't want to lie. It doesn't make any sense to me. You create a town, you create your farming there, you put your things over there, and then instead of you working it, that means instead of you doing what that guy that you see on the screen doing, you yourself putting that thing there and doing what he's doing, you decide to call the same people that you say are not allowed to your place, are not allowed to come there and stay there, are not allowed to even attempt to work there. Then you decide to hire them, not hire them, but allow those that you want because it will benefit you, right? To work there, just like the guy is doing there on the screen. I'm very sorry, that is extremely hypocritical. Because if you want a white town, a place, that means every person will be working there. It's a white person. That means in the farms, everywhere, getting dirty like he's doing over there, that guy is a white person there doing that. But it's not. You go and fetch the guys there who are black people to come and work there. I don't know where do they stay. I wonder where do they stay, these guys who are working there. Do they, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they, but anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what do you think about that. I wanted to react to this because this was very interesting, and I've seen this thing of Orania, but I've ignored it. I've ignored it and everything because I waited until people are quiet, because sometimes when something is trending and people are talking about it, a lot of times, sometimes some of you don't get a point because you are influenced by other things. So I've made my points, and those are my opinions, what I've thought about this and what I'm thinking still now. And also you can tell me your opinion. Please don't be insulting, don't be angry, just don't be emotional, just speak your opinions. Tell me what do you think, okay? That is why for me, the government, they should have done better when it comes to black people, guys, because the black people, as we speak right now, they are the majority population in South Africa. That will mean they cannot like decide the way they have decided as the white people here, because their population is small. These guys, their population is small, you know, so they can be able to jekyll around, agree, because in number one, they are one color, and number two, they can decide whatever in all of it because they are a small population. But the black population is big, it's huge. Even if we can decide to say, let's come together, trust me, there's gonna be conflicts because we are diverse. Zulu, Ndebele, Xhosa, all of us, we are thinking differently. Immediately we come together, already we are thinking differently. You look at the other one, bad because it's what. So it's going to be difficult. I wish that the government, they've seen this thing in that way, instead of looking at it and be like, you know, and all of that. But anyway, I don't know, guys, but I don't know what do you think, okay? I'm seeing these things in different ways, guys. I know some of you are seeing them the way your leaders are saying them, because your leader is saying this, that's how you see it. Me, I'm seeing it differently. I don't like to be influenced by what people say. I'm trying my best to have my own opinion about things objectively, and also not because I'm trying to favor the other side. No, like I've spoken about the estates and spoken about the complexes where you find like black people starting to be shouting and everything, and white people, they just move out. Yeah, as for me, that environment, if that were to happen in front of me and I have to say something, I would have told them, you guys, you are making noise. They are right, you are noisy. You are noisy, guys. And I know you will come to me and say, yeah, but they've got a right, you know, to do whatever. But guys, come on. You get to a place where it's quiet. Me, if I were to buy a place, like, I would buy it in a very quiet place. Quiet place, because that's how I am. I like quiet places. Okay? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Put your comment in the comment section and I will see you there. You have a fantastic day, guys. Please subscribe to the video and you can like the video. I was watching from the channel called Beyond Borders. You can go and check that out and you can go and watch the whole video. Have a good day, guys. Hey, Orania. And it's quiet now because we've got some madlanga there, we've got some corruption. Hey, South Africa, it's a movie. Anyway, thank you, guys.